Homeschooling curriculum? Where do we even start? I'm a homeschool mom that's been homeschooling for 7 years now, and I've gone through the ups and downs and seen it all. Join me today as I share with you all of my secrets of curriculum that I use, and maybe this will help your year go a little smoother. Hi everyone. Gabby, can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi everyone watching on Facebook and also on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. This is my daughter Gabriella, and she's joining in the video today. She's going to help us kind of handing me some curriculum as we go. So if you're a brand new homeschool family, whether your mom, dad, even kids, and you're interested in figuring out what kind of curriculum you want to use for this year, I'm going to show you the curriculum that we are using. I've been homeschooling now for over 7 years, and I've learned a lot in those 7 years, I can say. We've had our ups and downs, haven't we? Yeah, and you know, that's okay. The downs have brought us new information to go off of what to do, what works, what doesn't work. And let me tell you, I'll be the first to tell you, we have tried many different kinds of curriculum, and it's taken a while to finally find a basic routine here with our curriculum that we like, although we do change it up from time to time. I also want to tell you before we start here that we are eclectic homeschoolers, and what that means basically is we pull from different kinds of curriculum. So I'm not using a boxed curriculum, nor am I doing anything on the computer, so to say, with curriculum that you can go on. I know there's a lot of different companies out there that offer classes online, and they take care of all the grades and do all that. We just don't feel like that's the right fit for us. So that's something that I basically am not really interested in. We also, I know there's classical conversations, another thing that's awesome and great if that works for you, but not a great fit for my family. So there's so much available to the homeschooling community nowadays where you're going to want to get out there and do your research and figure out what works for you. But in saying that, I want to also give you the option of what we're doing, and you might find that some of the curriculum we're doing is great for you, that's something that you'd be interested in doing. I also want to explain that this curriculum that we're doing is it is very well priced, is how I'm going to say that. So technically, when you go online and you pay somebody to do a whole year's worth of curriculum, you're really going to put in quite a big investment that way, which is great if it works for you. I like being a little more hands-on, and we spend quite a bit more of our homeschool budget on going out and doing fun things together, don't we, Gabs?
Yeah.
Can you tell them some of the fun things we do together?
Go to stores and go to coffee houses.
Go to coffee houses and study, right?
Yeah.
And what about the field trips we take? So we like to travel, and we like to do things together as a family, and so we invest a lot that way with our curriculum, and a curriculum budget, I should say. And then we get our textbooks from, a majority of it is from homeschool or Christian book distributors.com. They have lots of different homeschool curriculum on there that you can get. We also order through The Good and the Beautiful, and we also order through Teaching Textbooks. So that's a majority of where we get our curriculum from. So before we start today, real quick, Now like I said, I'm a homeschool mom here, but on my channel, YouTube channel, I like to approach things through the Word of God, okay? Because I cannot teach these kids on my own. Can Mom teach you just on her own knowledge and strength? No. I don't want to go there and do that. So I rely on the Lord for wisdom, encouragement. And so in Proverbs 1, chapter 7, it says, "Fear of the Lord is the foundation of true knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and discipline." So we come to the Lord first off in our homeschool environment, and we trust and rely on God, right? So when we don't understand something, we ask the Lord for wisdom. And we understand that we can't do this on our own, and we trust God every day to talk, to walk, and to do homeschooling. So in saying that, we'll go ahead and get started this morning. If you're just joining in, hi, thank you, welcome. I'm going to be uploading this video onto YouTube, so you can go ahead and go on there, share it with your friends. Go ahead and watch it multiple times if you need to, and it's going to be uploaded on there for you to go through, because we're going to go through this, and I'm sure there might be stuff that you need to look at again. Okay, we're going to start with language arts. I get my language arts through the Good and the Beautiful. You have to go onto her website, and she sells her curriculum right on the Good and Beautiful. Both of my girls do language arts from her curriculum. I do have to say I recommend starting a year, if your child's like in 5th grade, or, you know, I would probably start a year back. Her curriculum is very concentrated, and many times you'll find, because if you go onto her website, she has basically she has a test that your child can take to see which level, she goes by levels, which level your child would be at. So when we did that for Miss Gabriella, she was kind of in between levels, and we decided to go back a level because we felt like even though some of the stuff she would know, it was good to kind of reintroduce those things to her, and then also get a good foundation of the things that we're learning this year. And like I said, it's very, very concentrated. So my oldest daughter, I have 2 children. My oldest daughter is Sabella, and she is in 7th grade in most stuff, 8th grade in her math. And my youngest daughter is a little bit ahead of the game too, and she's in 4th grade. This is level 5. Okay, so when you get this curriculum, it's going to come with a whole setup. It's going to come with the companion, and what the companion is it basically has lots of stuff in it. We do dictation sentences, which are sentences that basically I just say, okay, we're going to read, "The scientist is quiet, but he is not a coward." And my oldest daughter will have to write that down with the proper spelling and proper vocabulary with all of that. And then it has like lots of other things. Talks about all the like run-on sentences, and it's just something that the child pulls from, okay? And then this is the main course book, and this has the lessons in there. I believe there's 120 lessons, and so I can show you kind of like, it will go through everything. This course includes geography. It includes spelling. It includes well, let's see. It really includes everything regarding language arts: reading, spelling, literature. It even includes art and geography. It's a huge good amount of curriculum, or good amount of subjects, I should say, in this curriculum. So go on to the Good and Beautiful. You will see their box curriculum. It also comes with these level readers that they have to read. One of them they read on their own. One of them they read with a parent, and it challenges their reading. And then in the course of years, they master learning all of the different states and countries, everything you can think of for geography, they master in these cards. So my daughter has been doing this for 2 years, and she has mastered all of these cards of like places all across the country and world that she can tell you. Like if I go ahead and say, okay, Sabella, what is A? She would be able to say North America. Or what is G? Antarctica. And it takes a while, but you go through little by little. Like I think it's 10 cards for geography and 10 cards for the language arts rules that they have with the set. And you go through and master those. Like, so language art rule would be an adjective describes a noun. And so she would learn that an adjective describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. It's very thorough. So these cards, I went ahead and I took the time to, I forget what that's called, but basically I have them where they're not gonna get all wrinkled and stuff. Laminated. I laminated that, which took a long time. And so, okay, hopefully I'm not boring you. So these are all what she's mastered. Next year she'll be in 6th, 7th grade, I believe, for level 6, 7 for this. And then, let's see here. And then I also have her in typing 2 through the Good and Beautiful. So the typing 2 is really cool. It goes through you go onto your computer, Excel, and type up sentences, and it has you, eventually you time the child and stuff like that. So we like this, and it works really great. My younger daughter has improved in her reading quite a bit. I can give you a quick run through of that. My younger daughter, Gabby, has these language cards too that we go through and learn. When a word ends in S but is not plural, usually add a silent E. So like stuff like that we're mastering, okay? We're learning all these different rules for her grade. And once again, she's in level 2. Don't be turned off by the levels. Just remember, it's very condensed curriculum. So start out basic with the basic curriculum. Then there's level 2 reader. And once again, the level 2 shared reader. So she reads on her own at some points, and she reads with me. And that's just to build her reading with certain words they'll throw in there to really encourage the reading to improve. And then it comes with lots of these cards, phonics cards, that you go through, and you're learning about like the TH makes the sound for throw, and the, and Y makes all the different kinds of sounds. And you just do that, you go through that, and quite a few phonics cards here. Then she has her handwriting, which this part is very simple and easy for her. She does it, it's really honestly super easy. But yeah, we do a page of this, and it just helps her with getting better at being able with her penmanship, being clean when she's writing her penmanship. Eventually it goes into cursive, which she knows a little bit of cursive already. But like I said, some stuff she mastered, but we decided to just go through it again, get better at it, and then learn things that she didn't know. And so we went back a little bit for her. And then the language this is course book 2, okay? And course book 2 has her lessons. So I don't know if you can kind of see, there's a lesson, and then there's what's called independent work. And she will have a page where she has to learn things on her own. Like it'll talk about the soft C and the soft G, and she'll have to write certain words, and it goes through like spelling words and art, like lots of art pieces and poetry that she goes through. So geography, like I told you, lots of subjects in this whole curriculum, so condensed. I couldn't be happier with this curriculum. We bought this, I believe last year we started it. And this is the first year that Gabri's done it. My oldest daughter has done it for 2 years, and it has improved their reading levels. It's improved all of their language arts, right, Gabs? Do you like it? Yeah. She's being really quiet. So thank you all for joining me. I'm gonna have some coffee here. Good morning. I'm going to apologize right away. This video is going to be long considering the fact I'm going through all of our curriculum. So if you're with me on YouTube, just understand there's lots of curriculum to go through here. Okay, real quick. So we have the history of the United States by Abeka. Okay, Abeka does the best for history. I haven't been able to find a better history curriculum, personally speaking. Maybe some of you have a great history curriculum that you like, but history is something you really have to get, you have to do a lot of research because there's a lot of weird history out there that isn't correct. And Abeka is very thorough on their history. So, you can go if you don't have to sit here. Thank you for helping me though. Okay, so the history of the United States, and this is a book I got used, and so we go through, it talks about, it starts talking about the Pilgrims, the foundation of our history, going through the Civil War, and so forth. Very condensed. Love this. Great. If you go onto christianbooks.com or Abeka, you can get this book. It's going to be a new version. I believe this is, like I said, this is an old version. So similar curriculum, but even better, they'll probably have the new edition. This is the 3rd edition. They'll probably have 4th or 5th edition by now. So that's what I do with my 4th grader. My 7th grader, she's technically supposed to be in 6th grade, but we have her in 7th grade because she loves to read and learn. So History of the World, it's called by Abeka. This is very thorough. It actually can be used from 7th grade to high school, okay? It is hard. I'm not going to joke around about it. It really is difficult because you have to take lots of notes, so your child's going to want to be a note taker in order to do this curriculum. It also comes with History World quizzes, so your child will be doing quizzes. It has the answer key to the quiz, and the quiz is in here all ready for you, if you can see that. And let me show you the book on the inside of this book. It's beautifully done. It has maps. Lots of reading. Okay. It's a beautiful textbook. They did a great job with it. Also, there's the test keys, or tests and test key, okay? So, the tests, quite a bit of testing in here and pages in here. This curriculum has pushed my daughter this year. It's been the most challenging subject for her. So we're taking our time with it. That's the beauty of homeschooling. You could do it in a year. You could do it in a year and a half. You could do it in 6 months. It all depends on the child and the whole point of homeschooling is absorbing the information. It's not memorizing dates and times and figures and then forgetting them, which if you were all in school, you know how that goes. Okay, let's go on to, so we got history done. Once again, a Becca, great history. I don't have, okay, here we go. We're gonna do teaching textbooks. Best curriculum I've used for math. I have moms that use, now I can't think, Saxon math. I started doing Saxon math, could not finish. I think I did kindergarten and first grade in Saxon math. Liked it up until then, and then it just didn't fit our family well. So we switched over to teaching textbooks, and this has been awesome for our family. We really enjoy it. What it is, now let me explain something to you really quick regarding this. Okay, you can go on to teachingtextbooks.com, and they offer, I believe it's like 4.0 now, where you can do your courses online. Like you sign in and you do a math course and you pay for a whole year. You get a whole year to do 4th grade or 5th grade. And you can take time off, like you can sign in and basically say, okay, I would like to take some time off from this day to this day. I'm not sure exactly how it works because we don't do it that way, particularly in our household, but that's a lot less expensive way of doing teaching textbooks. Same kind of curriculum, it's just done, like I said, online. We don't like that. We like the actual teaching textbook book. Okay, so this is the big book. It usually comes with 120 lessons as the child grows. Like my oldest daughter's in pre-algebra right now. It comes with more lessons at that point. And then you've got the grade book with the answers in it. And you have a CD-ROM set which comes with 4 CDs with all the lessons in them. So you sit down, you put the CD in your CD drive, and then you do the lessons. And there's a guy that walks you through every concept. And the reason why I like it is because it doesn't, as you learn new concepts, you go back to the old ones that you learned. So you're constantly not forgetting things. Your brain is constantly refreshed with the new concepts along with the old concepts. I believe there's about something like 25 to 30 math problems that you have to do in a lesson, and it comes with a lecture. So you watch the lecture first and learn a new math concept, and then you do about 30 problems on the computer. Now, many folks don't have the computers nowadays to do the CD-ROMs, so if you don't, it's totally fine. Just go on there, hook up online, and you can do it that way. Now give me 1 second here. I'm gonna grab some more stuff. Okay, my 12-year-old is in pre-algebra, so she's gonna be getting done with this soon and going into algebra. This is what pre-algebra looks like for the CD-ROMs. I believe there's, let's see, 139 lessons that she has to go through for the year. Then there's the pre-algebra key. It gives you the answers, even test answers. By the way, it keeps all your grading in there. So whatever grade they got for that lesson will be in the CD-ROM, and it keeps track of all of that. It keeps track of all of the tests. There's tests throughout, and so you can just, that makes grading easy because it kind of does that on its own. You don't have to grade the tests. And then these are, they have like the same thing that you learn on the CD is written down for you. And then you do the your work. And there's pages like this. I believe there's about 24 to 30 problems that she will have to do after she learns the concept for pre-algebra. So this is the 2.0 version. Like I said, I think it's the 4.0 that they offer online. We might switch to that. We just really she likes being able to just do her work upstairs by herself without pulling on the computer at first, and she gets all of her answers down, and then she grabs the computer and sticks her answers into the computer that way. So it's worked really well that way for us. But if you are not someone that's good at math, if you're someone that struggled in math, this is the way to go. It really is, because it isn't something where they expect you to teach. They teach, and then they learn and do the work. And I can get in the future, we can go into more detail. My daughter has math apps on her phone that help her. So there's one math app where she can take a snapshot of the math problem, and then it'll break down how to do it and how to get the answer. So that helps tremendously. And a lot of this, guys, honestly, is research. You're going to want to go on to the internet. You're going to want to start doing lots and lots of research, okay? Because that's what I had to do when I started homeschooling. I didn't know how to do anything. And you might be finding that you don't know how to do anything. And so I just took 1 year at a time. And that's really what it is. It's taking one step at a time, because it can feel really overwhelming with all the choices out there and what's available. But you'll get it. Just trust the Lord as you go. Okay, for science. I've been doing this science since we have started homeschooling. It's called Apologia. For my fourth grader, we do Exploring Creation. And this is the, it's for the younger grades. So kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, I think in sixth grade. They don't really go by grades. They go by just kind of they take a group of grades and say, you could teach it to a kindergarten by making it really easy concepts to learn. You could teach it to a sixth grader by incorporating more difficult things. I would say, yes, this is more elementary. This is what the book looks like. You go through different parts of the body. You can see that. And throughout, if you want, there's experiments to do. There's a big experiment at the end you can do. There's games you can play. They have a website of more information you can go on to. We don't do all of this stuff. I'm explaining to you. You can pick and choose like what you want to do. Make it as basic as you want or more advanced as you want. Usually with the elementary grade, they don't come with tests, but as you get further up, then they start doing tests. This is the junior notebook. So they have notebooks that are more advanced than notebooks for little kids. So like because she's in 4th grade, we'll do this, like she does her cursive. Like I said, she knows how to do cursive. This is for my 9-year-old. And then she does little drawings and talks about the body, does little, let me show you here. There'll be like little puzzle games that we make. You could do little puzzles. There's puzzle pieces in here that you have to say things on them. You have to line them up with the meaning. So there'll be, so they memorize kind of like what goes with what for that lesson. Lots of stuff in here. Lots of different little notebooking things. Ways to make the child remember and notebook. Because you all know that when we get older in life, we take lots of notes with stuff. Whether it's, okay, I'm making my grocery shopping list, or whether it's, I just got off the phone with somebody and I had to take notes in order to remember how to go about doing something. So life is all about taking notes, and so the younger they are when they take those notes, the better it is as they're going through each subject. Like my oldest daughter takes notes on every single subject she does. She takes notes for math, she takes notes for history, for language arts, and for science. And then my youngest doesn't do that yet, but she will. We will get to that point. And then my oldest does 7th grade general science. This also is very advanced. It's a great curriculum though. So you're learning more about things like electricity and atoms, stuff like that, molecules, and there will be different ways. Okay, there will be different ways once again to do this, and it's more advanced in the way that you have to do science experiments throughout the lesson. So sometimes there's 1 to 3 science experiments per lesson, and with that you do note taking and you do like vocabulary words, and I'm forgetting here what they're called. Let me see here. Like you have to write down how you did, like the data and a lab report from the experiment, like what happened. And so in the back they'll have you write up lab reports, what you used, and how you did it. Once again, super condensed, lots of stuff going on. This is, I think I showed you the book already. So, good hefty book. I think there is, let me see how many lessons here. Module 14, so there's 14 modules in all. 14 modules. Then you have the tests that they take after the module. And there will be the answers. And it's cool because before they take the tests, they have like a kind of like a pre-test that you do, and then you can study that for the test, and then the test answers for the parent to grade. And this has a whole grading system that's a lot different than the way that I was used to grading stuff. So when I got this grading system, I was like, it took me a minute to figure out how to do that. What curriculum is this, Jennifer? Okay, so hi Nikki, this is Apologia, it's called. Apologia. And you can get it through the christianbookdistributors.com, I believe is how I buy this. It's for science. And then, okay, so that's mainly it. So we have language arts, which includes arts, it includes spelling, everything regarding literature and geography, punctuation. Okay, so that's all done through The Good and the Beautiful. You have to go onto their website to get that. It's called The Good and the Beautiful. Then we have Abeka history, like I talked about, very thorough, great history curriculum. Then we have science, Apologia curriculum, and we have the teaching textbooks for math. And then there's other things like you can do lots of other, my oldest does, she plays guitar, piano, singing, and she's going to learn the ukulele. So those are her extracurricular activities. My youngest does cooking classes with me, and she likes to do a lot of STEM kind of games and building block things. So she also likes to do art, so that's her extracurricular. And then for PE, we've been swimming in the back of the pool, taking walks, things like that, riding bikes. I also, last thing I'm going to go over is our notebooks. I have this big binder. Our school name is True Vine Academy. It's thick, you can tell. They each have one with their name on it. And then inside, I broke up all their curriculum for the whole entire year. So they can go in and look and see and go, okay, for the month of February, I have to do these lessons for language arts, these lessons for math. I'm doing chapter such and such for science, and history chapter such and such. I have it all the way to the end for a whole year so that they can stay on track knowing what they need to do for their month. So that's in the front of the notebook. Then I have, like, for math, they each get, for each subject, they get a notebook to take notes if needed or just for paper. And then they have a binder to save any notes or anything that they need. So once again, language lessons, and we have a notebook to take notes for anything, and a binder to save art projects or anything. And I have that for all of the subjects in their notebook. So that's all the stuff that we kind of have been doing. It might change. I don't know if next year we might try something different. Right now it's going well. That's why we're eclectic homeschoolers. Really quick before I go, does anybody have any questions that's watching? And once again, I'm going to be uploading this video onto my YouTube channel, which is True Vine Academy. It's all one word, True Vine Academy. I just started that channel because many people have been reaching out saying, how do I homeschool? How do I start? This is overwhelming. They never planned to homeschool, but because of the COVID-19, they found themselves in this position, which is awesome. I can be here to help. So if you have any questions, maybe you're watching this later, go ahead and ask some questions. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. I hope that this helps, even if it just helps you understand how to break down some curriculum. It helps you not to worry in regards to grades, and homeschooling is much more different than public school. You can't do your homeschooling. You don't want to look at homeschooling and make it accustomed to public school. You want your homeschool to fit your lifestyle, your morals, your values. It's all about building character in the child. So just remember not to focus so much on worrying about having to keep things exactly the same every year. Things change in life. People have taken 4 months off of homeschooling because a situation happened in life, and then the kids were fine. They did unschooling for a while, went right back to homeschooling and picked up, and things were great. We homeschool throughout the year. I don't take any time off for like summer. We do a whole year of homeschooling, and what we do is we do 4 to 5 days of homeschooling in a week, and we'll take off for vacation and holidays. But our homeschooling is very minimal in the month of December, and also I would say November. But I leave room in our schedule for things like get-togethers and birthday parties, things like that. So it fits really well because we're just always learning and we're always growing, and there's never this lull where we stop all of a sudden, forget everything that we worked so hard to remember, because it just works best like that. I'm not saying you can't do that. You could take a summer off if you want to, like public school does. Do homeschooling for 9 months, take 3 months off. It's just whatever is custom to your liking and what you enjoy. That's really the most important thing to approach schooling towards. So I hope this helps. It doesn't look like there's any questions. Thank you, Facebook friends, for watching. Please share this with any families you know that are homeschooling need some help. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the share, like, and subscribe button. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.